Hi everyone, this is Tom Kaz from Kaz Media Group, and I'm excited to be sharing with you our new BeyondTV streaming media player. Now, this thing is absolutely amazing. We were looking for ways to cut our entertainment costs, to cut back on cable, and some of you may have satellite. And when we found this device, we were absolutely blown away with all of the options that it offers. It gives you on-demand access to things such as live television programs, pay-per-view events, movies that are older as well as newer movies, and movies that are still in theaters. It gives you international programming, the ability to browse the web, and much, much more. In a moment I'm going to take you through an actual real-time demonstration so you can actually see it in action. So stay tuned, I'll be right back.
BeyondTV 2.0. Coming soon. BeyondTV 2.0. Coming soon.
Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Tom Kaz coming to you from behind the camera, and I'll be the director on this quick tour and demonstration of the BeyondTV streaming media player. Now, for those of you that are looking to cut your cable or your dish costs, or possibly even eliminate them completely, you're going to be blown away by all the access to content you have with this device. Now, we're just a little bit different than Hulu and Roku and some of the other devices, and I think as I go through the demonstration you'll see why. You see, with BeyondTV, we have no contracts, no monthly fees, and no subscriptions. You just pay one time and you have access to virtually everything that streams on the web. So let's start by focusing your attention on the bottom of the screen, and as you can see there are several different icons. Now, this page is customizable so that you can add your own apps and widgets based on your own personal preferences. So we'll start by opening up the internet browser, and where we are here is at the Legacy Direct homepage. Now, of course, you can surf the web just like you would on your computer or your cell phone, and this particular website is where we share the BeyondTV streaming media player and our other products, programs, and services with our clients. Now, we also share the opportunity so that you can learn how you can actually earn a second income simply by sharing this amazing technology with your friends, family, and colleagues. Now, I'll go back out to the main menu and show you a few other places that are pretty important. This little button here takes you to a page that allows you to update the player so that you keep the most current, up-to-date programming and content right in front of you. Now, it's also where you would go to adjust your settings to whether you have an Ethernet or a Wi-Fi connection. Now, I always recommend a hardwired Ethernet connection, but it will work with a Wi-Fi signal. As long as you have at least 10 megabits per second, you'll be able to get a good solid streaming experience. And we can actually check your internet speed with a very simple test that's built right into the platform. So let me show you how you can quickly get the speed of your internet with this device. All you have to do is go to the speed test, start the test, and watch the numbers on the screen. Now, if you have at least 10 megabits per second or higher, you're going to get a solid streaming experience. And of course, the higher the speed, the better the stream. The better the stream, the better the experience. So now that I know I have 33 megabits per second, I'll go back out to the main home page and show you that we can actually use Skype so that you can do video conferencing with your family, your friends, or possibly even for your business. So let's go back to the main page here and take you to the application that has everyone so excited, the BeyondTV application. Now, within the BeyondTV application, we've already built a user interface that breaks down all of the content into various categories. Now, as you can see, there are several categories, and I'll take you through just a few of them because there's so much content, it would literally take me hours to show you everything that's available. So let's start by going to one of my favorite areas, which is the movies section. Now, all you have to do is click on movies and a carousel will pop up. This carousel shows you all of the streaming incidences that have occurred for all of these films. And as you can see, there are several films that are either recently released or possibly still even in the theaters. So let's go back to a film that I enjoy watching because of the graphics and the special effects, Mad Max. Now what I've done is select Mad Max, and the device will go out and seek out all of the streaming media occurrences on the web and bring them into the player. At that point, what's going to happen is it's going to provide you with several options based on the resolution that you'd like to play on your television. Now, there will be several different options, and I describe it much like highway on the highways of the interstates. Sometimes the traffic gets a little congested and you may have to take an alternate route to get to your destination. Well, that's the same way that streaming media works. Sometimes a certain stream may or may not be accessible. So we give you tons of options so that you can actually find the best streaming experience. So let's go ahead and click on this one, number 2 here, and bring up Mad Max. And there you have it. For those of you that are wondering whether or not it supports surround sound, I can tell you that it absolutely does. So if you have a receiver that gives you either a 5.1 or a 7.1 surround sound, as long as the original streaming signal has that built into it, you'll be able to get complete and total surround sound from this BeyondTV streaming media player. So let's go back out now to the main menu. I can also show you where you have the ability to start, stop, pause, or fast forward any of the movies that you'll have or any of the programmings that you'll have on the television. So we're going to stop this stream here and back out to the main menu. And I know a lot of us have children and they take up a lot of our television time. So what I'm going to do is actually show you a kids movie that's in the movie section here that my son really enjoyed, called Big Hero 6. And it's got amazing graphics and special effects. It's a fun story, and it's one of the stories that I think kids really enjoy watching. So again, it's going out and finding all of the streaming occurrences of this movie on the web and bringing them in to give you options. So in a moment that will pop up on the screen, and I'll simply select the resolution that best meets my needs and my setup. Now as you can see, while it's loading, I'll show you that there are other functions that you can do while it's loading. You can actually see various functions that are built in while it's catching the stream. But since we already have the stream in here, let's go ahead and pull this up. I'm going to pull up an HD signal, and it's simply because it loads a little bit faster and I don't want to keep you here all day. But as you can see, it goes right out and brings the movie right to your living room in HD quality with full surround sound. I don't know how many of you grew up watching the Sunday night Disney movies, but every time I see this and hear this song, it takes me back about 25 or 30 years. So I think you get the idea. Let's go ahead and go back out to the main menu here. I'm going to relaunch BeyondTV, and what I'm going to do is actually pause the film and bring it back to the main category menu so that you can see exactly what other categories we have access to. So let's go back out to the main menu. Let's move over to TV shows. We all have our favorite shows, and some of us have been watching them since the beginning, and some of us have just started watching shows that we've fallen in love with. What's nice about the player is it actually goes out and finds all of the different types of shows that are available. Sitcoms, comedy, kids shows, just about every type of sitcom or series that's out there is somewhere inside of this device. It doesn't live in this device, it lives in the cloud. But what's really neat about that is that we can actually go out and find television shows from the past as well as those from the current day. So Arrow is one of the shows I enjoy watching. I want to actually go out and find a streaming incident of Arrow, and again, it can bring in all of the seasons and then all of the episodes within that season. So say you started watching Sons of Anarchy or Breaking Bad or Orange is the New Black, and you missed the first couple of seasons. With this device, you can actually go back to the very beginning, even to the pilot episode, as you can see here with Arrow, and start watching from the very beginning so you know the entire storyline. And that's pretty cool because back in the day they used to sell these DVD collections for $60, $70, $100 that had all the DVDs of all the past occurrences and episodes for a particular series. But with the Beyond TV device, you can actually stream the content to your home and you can watch it when you want to at the time that you want to watch it. So let's go ahead and bring up this first streaming occurrence here for the TV show Arrow. And once again, high definition signal with complete surround sound. I'd have to say that's a pretty fast-paced opening. So hopefully you caught a little bit of that, but it was moving pretty quick for the camera here. But I think you get the idea. It's a great picture, a great sound quality, and you have complete control over the content that you want to watch when you want to watch it. So let's go ahead and pause this, go back out to the main menu, and let's go over to the kids section, because I think there's a lot of us out here that have children, and that's pretty important when it comes to deciding what our digital entertainment is going to be. So let's move over to the kids zone and pull up a film in the kids zone. Now some of these movies may be in the movie section, but they're pretty much focused only on kids. So let's go in here and find us a kids movie. In fact, there's a movie that I watched just the other day with my son that he truly enjoyed, and I'm going to share that movie with you. We're going to go back and show you a movie called Frozen. And this movie has some amazing digital effects and graphics, but it also has some absolutely mind-blowing surround sound. So let's bring Frozen up here, which is another Disney film. And if your kids like watching movies, there are virtually tens of thousands of movies and cartoons and content designed specifically for your kids. And this device is so easy to use that a child can actually navigate, select, and play the content that they're interested in. So I've selected Frozen, and once again it's going out and finding the occurrences of Frozen. It'll bring those in, and in just a moment I'll select one of those streaming occurrences and we'll play the movie Frozen for you. We'll go right to number 1, and it's an HD quality signal. We'll bring that up to the screen, and in just a moment we're watching the movie. Didn't have to drive around the corner to Redbox, didn't have to pay $6 to rent it from Xfinity. It's right here in my living room in just a couple of moments. So I think we know what happens next. The movie starts to play, you kick back, have the kids with some popcorn and a couple of drinks, and enjoy the show. So let's go back out now to the main menu. We'll pause this movie. And I know that for a lot of us, sports is a huge part of our digital entertainment needs. So let's go focus on sports. Now within this application and built into the Beyond TV media player are various categories. One of those is sports. And of course there's lots of different programming. But what's interesting is that this brings in programming from all around the world. So right now in the United States, it's fairly early. It's around noon here. And I don't think there's too much happening in terms of football or hockey or baseball right now. But I could actually go in here and find other occurrences of other things happening from around the world. In fact, there's one application that actually goes out and finds live streams and gives you several different options to select from. So here I'm going to select live sports stream, and as you can see there are quite a few soccer and rugby matches happening from around the world. So let's pick up the Czech Rugby World Cup in Argentina. Let's bring that signal up. And imagine having someone who's from another country who wants to watch their team or some type of a show they enjoy back in their native land. This player will allow them to do that. And this is excellent for military families as well, because they'll be able to actually be in another country, and because they have the internet, they'll have access to current programming that's available back in the States. So this is a great military opportunity for people who want to stay in tune with their back home programming, even though they might be deployed somewhere else in the world. Now as you can see, I could continue to move through here and find various applications and categories. The live TV category has tons of options. I like to use Phoenix. It tends to be a very strong search device to find some of the latest content. And it gives you other applications that you can use to find additional programming. But within Phoenix, you can go into sports, entertainment, music, world news, and so forth. So one of the nice features is that within this BeyondTV streaming media player, you can actually select all of the areas that have the programming and the content that you're interested in. And what you do is you find those streaming occurrences, your favorite shows, your favorite movies, and you simply take them into your favorites. Now, in your favorites, these are basically the channels that you're going to want to watch the most. Now, for me, I'm a huge football fan, especially on the weekends. So by going to NFL Network, I can bring up the NFL Network in just a second without having to go back out and look for that streaming occurrence. Let's take a look at some of my other favorite channels. Right now it's the end of the FedEx Cup playoffs, and I'm a huge golf fan as well. And right here we have the golf playoffs for the FedEx Cup. Once again, high definition signal, full surround sound. We'll stop that signal and we'll take a look at just a couple more quick favorites. As you can see, I have tons of options in here that I've saved as favorites. In fact, one of our favorite TV shows is The Big Bang Theory, so I've saved that into my favorites category. And let's pull up a quick episode. There you go.
Just play one-on-one until he gets back. One-on-one? We don't play one-on-one. We play teams, not one-on-one. One-on-one.
So if you're interested in learning how you can save money and have a better digital experience without all the costs and all the fees, please feel free to get in touch with us at the information provided at the end of this demonstration. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to visit with us here at BeyondTV. Our website is BeyondTV.tv, and you can certainly reach us directly by sending an email to sales@BeyondTV.tv. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration, and we're looking to bring you into the next dimension of digital entertainment with BeyondTV. Thanks again.